hit a brick wall kind of thing, you get me?
I came, I saw, I praise the Lord, and break the law, I take.
Colm Dillane and his brand KidSuper are easily one of the most recognizable brands, and he went from selling t-shirts in his high school cafeteria to one of the most prestigious awards in the Karl Lagerfeld LVMH prize. If you don't know what LVMH is, this is all the brands that they own. With these videos, I'm not only trying to show you the most amazing brands in the world, but I want to show you the moves and the mindset of the successful people behind them so that it can inspire you for any endeavors that seem impossible. So we can all make it happen. You know what I'm saying? In his most recent collection, he asked people what they wanted to do before they died, and he made it happen for them. Whether that was going skydiving, finding love, or just making their family happy, or just hanging out. When Colm came to New York, he noticed that fashion was so important. It was the first thing that people noticed. It was cool to wear brands like Supreme and Bape, and the thing that he didn't really like about that was that all you had to do to be cool was to have money to buy them. So he said, F it, I'm gonna make my own clothes and make everyone want to wear this. The name KidSuper came from his belief as a little kid that anything is possible. And he really took it on himself as that New York mindset that no one's gonna teach him how to do things. He's just gonna work 10 times harder than everyone else. And he learned how to make clothes through YouTube videos and Google University.
My sophomore year, I had been kicked out of my dorms for spray painting the walls and turning my room into a store. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna get a store and live in the back. No one believed me. I just think when you're starting off, doing is more important than fucking talking about it.
Like, a lot of people talk about what they want to do, and some things may sound crazy, but call them and everybody they just do it.
And that's exactly what he did. He turned this building into a house slash store slash music producing studio. He wanted the place to be a place of collaboration and creativity, similar to the Andy Warhol factory. They just hung out and they're bouncing ideas off each other and just making things together. Funnily enough, Russ ended up living there when he first started out.
In 4 to 5 to 6 months on and off, sleeping in the basement. End up 2-3 years later, he drops his debut album. 4 songs were recorded in my basement. It ends up going platinum. I now have this huge plaque that's platinum record made to KidSuper Records. I mean, what's not more magical than that?
He made his own recording studio, did all the electrical for that, made a secret sliding door from a vending machine. And with all these little random skills he learned, when he had to build a booth at ComplexCon, he already knew how to do all these things. The point is that all these little skills, hobbies, classes that we take may not obviously pop out as useful, but the thing is they can have these crazy effects and pop up in moments that you'd never expect. And this is something I learned from Ali Abdal, another YouTuber, is that by doing unconventional things like building a recording studio in your house, it increases the chances of serendipity, which is essentially like casting nets into the ocean if you're trying to fish. The more nets you have, the more chances you're gonna catch a fish. In terms of clothing, a staple of his brand are the drawings and paintings that he puts on his clothes. And the way his mind works is imagining what a person would be wearing in a movie scene. What is that vibe? How can I translate that into a painting and then add that painting to clothes? And his thought process is genius. Most people wouldn't buy a painting, but you might buy a painting on a t-shirt. And he wanted to stand out in this world that's so abundant with fashion. And what better way than making original paintings and art? And boy, do people buy this brand. I'm just gonna quick fire all these different people that are wearing the clothes. Something that's amazing is that community is something so important to him. When he was asked about why he made the brand, he was quoted as saying, "Why are you making clothes? If it's not for the community, I just don't understand." Every item of clothing already exists. There's no need for a new brand unless you're gonna change culture, influence people, support visions, try to collaborate. And he completely lives up to the words that he says. And the building where he works and lives out of was made specifically to cultivate creativity for anyone that lives there or anyone that comes in. He gave Russ a place to work on his music and a place to live, and he's literally made a music video for him. And during the pandemic, one of his favorite Mexican restaurants, it wasn't doing well. So what he did was he designed t-shirts and then printed them and gave it to the store to sell for free. He didn't ask anything of them. Like, he's really about the community. And he also has put on workshops where he'll take secondhand clothes and let people customize them, because that's at the heart of KidSuper, adding your own designs and creating things. And that's the thing, when you look at his claymations, I can only imagine how long it takes to build out all the little props, let alone shooting the claymation and combining the serendipity idea with the hard work. He's always done short films in these claymations. It proved that he's able to do videography, and then the hard work of building up a brand to be recognized by Jägermeister. That Jägermeister commercial with Post Malone, Colm Dillane did that. Somehow he got connected with someone that sets up Paris Fashion Week shows. And they asked him like, hey, do you want to do a show? And he said, yeah, I want to do a Paris show. He spent $190,000, even if it meant draining his bank account, because this was such a monumental opportunity.
Yeah, I really do not care at all about money. I've had way more beautiful moments with $0 in my bank account. So now that we have a decent amount, it's just how to fund and support and make more of those amazing moments.
If there's one thing you could take away from this video, it's that anything is possible. All of these creative things that he does, clothing, art, videography, there's nothing different between you and him. We're all made of the same stuff. He's just willing to work through the difficult things and work when no one's watching to make his dreams a reality. Yeah! Yes, yes, yes. You can do it. You can do this shit. We can. I'm your personal cheerleader, and I'll be back every time to let you know that it's possible, that we can do this, that it's that it's yes, that it's go mode, gas, green light, only So let's make it happen.
I didn't realize our little sketches on lunch table could come to something real.
I just found a video of me when I was 15 in my high school cafeteria selling t-shirts. And it was after my first drop. And I remember saying, like, I can't believe how far we've gotten from our doodles on the desk to now one t-shirt. We're fucking awesome. And now 10 years later, we're here, so we really are fucking awesome.